Dear student, in this lecture, we will learn about metal carbonyl cluster and Dade rule. Metal atom cluster may be defined as a group of two or more metal atoms in which there are significant metal-metal bond must be present. In these compounds, metal-metal bonds are important in determining the chemistry and property of substances. First metal-metal bond was established in 1957 in dinuclear manganese decacarbonyl complex. Since then, many compounds have been characterized. Many metal cluster molecules are formed by transition metal atoms, which are coordinated by pi acid ligand such as carbonyl, triphenylphosphine or cyclopentadiene ring. This one. The all follow a 10 electron rule is generally obeyed in these compounds. Metal-metal bond is most likely to occur when the metal atoms are in lower oxidation state. Example, dinuclear cobalt octacarbonyl. Tendency to form metal-metal bond is usually greater in the heavier element. The largest metal cluster or metal carbonyl with general formula MxCO का whole y, where x is greater than 2 and y is the number of carbonyl ligand attached to the metal atom. In dinuclear and trinuclear, trinuclear and tetranuclear, tri and tetranuclear metal carbon structure can be explained with the help of 2 center 2 electron bond and 18 electron rule. Few examples are given here. This is a trinuclear ruthenium carbonyl complexes and osmium carbonyl complex. This is a tetranuclear osmium carbonyl complexes. Its structure are given here and its structure can be explained on the basis of 2 center 2 electron bond and by use of 18 electron rule. However, in the metal carbonyl cluster which contain 5 or more metal atoms, then its structure cannot be explained on the basis of 2 center 2 electron bond between the adjacent metal atom by use of 18 electron rule. Now we try to explain structure of metal carbonyl cluster which have more than 5 metal atoms. We took example here hexanuclear carbonyl cluster, that is rhodium 6 CO the whole 16. Its structure are given here. Here rhodium atoms are situated at each center of polyhedra. Each rhodium atom is bounded to 4 other adjacent rhodium atoms with 2 carbonyl group, and in this way 2 carbonyl group, terminal carbonyl group provide 4 electrons to the rhodium atom and 4 rhodium bond provide 4 electrons. Each rhodium atom has 9 electrons because rhodium belongs to the 9th group. So total in valence shell it has 17 electrons since each rhodium atom is short by 1 electron. Thus rhodium 6 cluster is deficient by whole 6 electrons. However, the 4 triply bridged carbonyl group, here we are showing with green color, this carbonyl group are bonded with 3 rhodium center, contributed total 8 electrons. Thus molecule contain 2 electrons in excess point of view achieving 18 electron rule. Here one triply bridging carbonyl group can be probably like here. We are not showing for more clarity of this figure. The structure of metal carbonyl cluster can be learned with the help of Baidey rule. This Baidey rule is given by Kenneth Baidey in 1970 to explain the structure of boron cluster. In boron cluster, a BH unit electronic configuration are given here. Boron has 1s and 3p orbital with 3 electrons, among them 1 orbital and 1 electron are involving bonding with boron hydrogen bond. In each boron hydrogen unit, 2 electrons and 1 boron orbital are used to form a boron hydrogen bond. These 3p orbital are shown in here. 1 orbital that is px, py and pz, they all are situated at 90 degrees to each other here. This leaves 3 orbital and 2 electron to be used in the forming of BNK. This 3p are px, py and pz orbital. The electron in the BH bond are ignored. Among these, one of the orbital is sp hybrid orbital that will point towards the center of polyhedra. In this figure shown in green color, this one is considered as a radial orbital because it is pointed towards inner sides of the polyhedra, and these 2 orbitals px and py is considered tangential orbital because it is lie on the surface of the polyhedra. Radial orbital is perpendicular to the tangential orbital. In figure it is shown as green color. The other 2 px and py tangential orbital that is shown in figure red and blue color will lie more or less on the surface of polyhedra. Polyhedra are also called deltahedra because they are made up of triangular faces resembling Greek deltas. For larger BNHN polyhedra, the 2n surface orbital will overlap to generate n bonding orbital and n non-bonding or anti-bonding orbital. The n number of set of centrally directed orbital strongly overlap at the center of polyhedra to generate one strongly bonding orbital and n minus 1 centrally directed anti-bonding orbital. Thus, in a BNHN cage, there are n plus 1 bonding orbital. Since there are only n electron pair brought by the n BH unit, so an additional electron pair is required to make it stable. And this is why the BNHN 2 minus or Bn minus 2 C2HN are stable rather than the neutral BNHN itself. In BN cage, each BH units contribute 3 orbital, so BN cage contribute total 3n orbital. Example, in case of B6H6 2 minus octahedral cluster shape contain 18 symmetry adapted linear combination of these 18 orbital because each unit contribute 3, so here is 6 BH unit, so if you multiply by with 6 3 are equal to 18 orbital. Among these n plus 1 that is 7 bonding molecular orbital and 2n minus 1 that is 11 anti-bonding orbital are there. The schematic diagram of this molecular bonding orbital, anti-bonding molecular orbital shown here. that is two triply degenerate, that is represented as T2G, and T1E, one is a degenerate, that is A1G. In this way 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7 bonding molecular orbital present in the bonding molecular orbital region, and this is well separated with the anti-bonding molecular orbital. The anti-bonding molecular orbital contains 3 triply degenerate, that is T2U, TTG, and T1. One is W degenerate, so this if you plus it, is total 11 anti-bonding molecular orbital. This green color we are showing, that is lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. It is well separated from the highest occupied molecular orbital. In this way, bonding molecular orbital will need maximum 7 pairs of electron to make a stable B6S6 cage. All the 7 bonding molecular orbital diagram are shown here. It is a singly degenerate, and it is a triply degenerate, that is T1U, and it is a T2G. Here all orbitals are oriented. So total 7 electron pair are required to fill these bonding molecular orbital in BN-HN cage. Therefore, BN-HN cage, that is B6S6 are here, require 2 extra electron. This one make it stable. So we can conclude that anionic BN-HN 2- cluster is stable than the neutral BN-HN cage. Here radial and tangential bonding molecular orbital for BS6, S6 2-, the relative energy for A1G is less than T1U and than T2G. Weber rule are summarized here. For closure type structure, the general formula will be VN-HN2- with N plus 1 skeletal electron pair. Example are B5H5 2- to B12H12 2-. For nido type structure, the general formula will be BN-HN plus 4 with skeletal electron pair, that is N plus 2. For example, B2H6, B5H9, and B6H10. For arachnotype structure, the general formula is BN-HN plus 6. Skeletal electron pair will be N plus 3. An example, B4H10, B5H11. For hypotype structure, the general formula will be VN-HN plus 8 with skeletal electron pair it N plus 4. Its example till now not known. A structural correlation between closure, nido, and arachno are shown here. This is a closure structure for B6H6. All 6 sides is packed make a closure structure. If one side is open, it become nido. If one more side is open, become arachno. If one BH unit from closure structure with 2 electron is replaced with 4 hydrogen atom, then one from this side is open and it becomes nido-like structure. Here nido means nest-like structure, bird nest. If one more BH unit is replaced with 2 hydrogen atom in nido structure, it becomes arachno, that is like a net-like structure. Now we try to learn to count the skeleton electron pair in B4H10 cluster. There are 4 BH unit in system, 1 BH unit, 2nd BH unit, and 3rd and 4th BH unit that will contribute total 4 into 2 is equal to 8 electron, and the remaining 6 additional hydrogen atom which contribute a further 6 electron, giving 8 plus 6 is equal to 14 in total. The resulting 7 pairs are distributed as shown in this figure. The 2 are used for the additional terminal bond. One bond is here shown and one additional terminal hydrogen bond, boron hydrogen bond is here. And 4 are used for 4 BHB bridged bond, boron, hydrogen, boron, and boron, hydrogen, boron. In this way, this is 4 boron, hydrogen, boron bond bridge structure are shown, and one is used for the central boron, boron bond. In this way, total 7 pairs are involved in the formation of cluster. These concepts that Bade rule is used by Mingo to metal carbonyls. Before going to apply this Bade rule to a metal carbonyl cluster, we introduce a term isolobal. Isolobal can be defined as two fragments are isolobal if their uppermost orbital have the same symmetry, similar energy, and same electron occupancy. In case of pentacarbonyl manganese hydride complex, manganese pentacarbonyl, this fragment share one orbital, one electron with hydrogen atom to make a metal hydrogen bond. Similarly, hydrogen atom also share one orbital, one electron with manganese pentacarbonyl fragment to give a manganese hydrogen bond. Both fragments have same number of orbital with same number of electron, so these are isolable to each other. Similarly, manganese pentacarbonyl fragment is isolable to methyl fragment and bromine fragment, and methyl and bromine fragment is also isolable to manganese pentacarbonyl fragment to each other, because each fragment here have same number of electron and orbital with same symmetry and energy. Some more example of isolable are shown here. This is a first, hydrogen is isolable to methyl, and methyl is isolable to bromine, and bromine is isolable to manganese pentacarbonyl, because each has same number of orbital and same number of electron to share each other. Now some more example of isolable are shown here. CH2 is isolable to NH2 plus fragment, and NH2 plus fragment is isolable to platinum dihydride plus fragment, and similarly it is also isolable to iron tetracarbonyl fragment, and iron tetracarbonyl fragment is also isolable to manganese tetracarbonylate ion. Each fragment in these has same number of orbital and same number of electrons, so they are with same symmetry and same energy, so they are isolable to each other. Similarly, CH fragment is isolable to BH minus fragment, and BH minus fragment is isolable to phosphorus fragment, so on, cobalt tricarbon, cobalt cyclopentadiene anion, and iron cyclopentadiene 2 minus anion. These all three fragments are isolable to each other because each contain 3 orbitals with 3 electrons with same symmetry and same energy. Now we can apply whole Bade rule to metal carbonyl cluster. Ruthenium tricarbonyl unit can be treated as analogous to BH unit in ruthenium 6CO18. Here a metal tricarbonyl is analogous to BH unit. Since metal is a transition metal, it will have 9 valence shell orbital instead of 4 as in case of boron. 3 of these are used for metal carbonyl sigma bond, and 3 more orbital as well as 3 electron pair are used to form pi bond to carbonyl group. In ruthenium tricarbonyl fragment, ruthenium atom have 9 orbital, that is 5 d orbital, 1 s orbital, and 3 p orbital. Among these, 3 are used for metal carbonyl sigma bond, that is shown in here. Blue color electron receive this orbital from carbonyl group through sigma bond, and these 3 more orbital with 3 electron pair are used to form pi bond, that is also called back bonding to these 3 carbonyl group. This leads to ruthenium atom with 3 valence shell orbital and 2 electron. Thus, ruthenium tricarbonyl fragment is analogous to that of BH unit. Again, a total n plus n electron will be needed to fill the complete cluster bonding orbital in MXCO का whole thrice structure. Thus, for ruthenium 6CO का whole 18 is the stable species is Ru6CO का whole 18 2 minus. The electron available in valence shell for this cluster is, since ruthenium belongs to 8th group, so 8 into 6 is equal to 48, and each carbonyl group provides 2 electrons, so 18 into 2 is equal to 36, and 2 negative charge also consider electron. If you plus it, you will get 186 electron total. This is called cluster valence electron count. For example, one more example, S2 Ru6CO का whole 18. Here hydrogen atom provide 2 electron and ruthenium provide 8 into 6, that is 48 electron, and 18 carbon provide 36 electron. It also follow cluster valence electron rule. A question you can face like that: if cobalt hexanuclear carbon complex, how much charge it can achieve? To find out the value of M through the cluster valence electron count. Here cobalt belongs to the 9th group, so 9 into 6 equal to 54, and 40 carbon into 2 is equal to 28, plus 1 if it should be achieved. Total cluster valence electron count will be 86. So here we calculate, we get the value of N will be 4. So the additional 4 electron will be required to make a stable species of this hexacobalt carbonyl cluster. Similarly, rhodium 6CO का 16 also we can calculate, because rhodium belongs to the 9th group. We calculate, we will get 86 cluster valence electron count. Similarly, rhodium 6CO का whole 17C. Here carbon have valence shell 4 electron, so it contributes 4 electron. If you sum it, we will get 86 electron in its cluster valence electron count. In general, for cluster with 5 or more metal atom, closure structure is formed. If any example you will get, someone is asked to, it is a closure Needova structure. If it have more than 5 metal atom, it will always form closure structure such as trigonal, bipyramidal and octahedral. Should be stable when there are n plus 1 electron pair available for cluster bonding. If there are more than n plus 1 electron pair, the closure structure should open up to a nido and arachno structure. Example, Fe5 CO का whole 15C is a square pyramidal structure. The total electron count will calculate here 8 into 5, because iron belongs to the 8th group. So in valence shell have 8 electron and carbon will contribute 2 electrons, so 15 into 2, and carbon contribute 4 electrons. So it have total cluster valence electron here in the valence shell, that is 74. Its skeletal pair we can calculate by use of the following simple general formula: equal to 1 upon 2 into cluster valence electron minus 12 into n, where n is the number of metal tricarbonyl unit present in the cluster. Yeah, you can say number of metal atom, because each metal carbonyl unit have contributed, have involved 12 electrons. That's why we multiply with 12. allowing 6 electron pair for an iron carbonyl sigma and p bonding in each iron carbonyl unit. Total electron pair remains for cluster is equal to 1 upon 2 into 74 minus 12 into 5. We will get 7 electron pair remain for cluster bonding in this cluster. Thus, one pair is excess for n plus 1, that is 5 plus 1 is equal to 6, is appropriate for closure. Therefore, Fe5CO का whole 15C structure is a Nido structure because one electron pair are present in excess. If there is value is 6, then it will be closure because we are getting one excess. If it getting 2 excess, then it will be arachno. If it containing more than 2, that is 3 electron pair excess, then it will be hypo. This is some assignment to student. Calculate the cluster valence electron count in the given following clusters. Now we will learn some preparation of carbonyl cluster. Following two methods are introduced. First one is the thermal expulsion of carbonyl group. Example, iron pentacarbonyl when heated or undergo photolysis, it afforded first tetracarbonyl iron. In next step, this tetracarbonyl iron react with iron pentacarbonyl afforded dinuclear iron carbonyl cluster. Similarly, trinuclear osmium carbonyl cluster on heating at 196 degrees centigrade afforded penta, hexa and hepta carbonyl cluster. A second method is condensation of carbonyl anion with neutral carbonyls. Here pentanuclear nickel carbonylate ion condensed with nickel tetracarbonyl afforded hexanuclear carbonylate ion along with carbonyl gas. Treatment of trinuclear iron carbonylate ion with pentacarbonyl iron afforded tetranuclear iron carbonylate ion along with carbonyl gas in THF solvent at room temperature. Similarly, rhenium tetracarbonylate ion condensed with tetranuclear rhenium carbonyl cluster to give pentanuclear carbonylate ion along with carbonyl gas. Some more important reactions of carbonyl cluster are given here. Following types of reaction are recognized. First one, ligand substitution reaction, it can show. Second, cluster fragmentation, also it can show. And cluster protonation. And fourth most, that is cluster building. Also, it can show in the method we have shown earlier in the slide, that is in the preparation slide. In ligand substitution and cluster fragmentation, these two methods, strength of metal-metal bond is often comparable with the metal-ligand bond. Therefore, addition between cluster fragment and ligand substitution are exist. Example, trinuclear iron carbonyl cluster reacted with triphenyl phosphine afforded several products in which ligand substitution and ligand cluster fragmentation both takes place. These first two examples are ligand substitution reaction and other three examples are due to the ligand fragmentation, that is cluster fragmentation takes place. Treatment, metal-metal bond strength increases down in a group, therefore substitution reaction takes place. Treatment of ruthenium or osmium carbonyl cluster with triphenyl phosphine afforded phosphine derivative of its cluster. In this reaction, a carbonyl gas group is replaced with triphenyl phosphine. Third most important reaction is protonation. Protonation is more pronounced in cluster than in mononuclear carbonate cluster. In cluster metal-metal bond are protonated to give build hydride cluster. Here metal-metal bond are contained 2 center 2 electron bond is converted into 3 center 2 electron bond. Or representative example are given here. Here metal-metal bond are protonated with acid. Similarly, trinuclear iron carbonylate ion is protonated with acid afford HFe3CO का whole 11 minus 1. The whole content for this lecture I have taken from these through book, that is Inorganic Chemistry by Silver and Atkins, Inorganic Chemistry by J. Hui and Organometallic Chemistry by R.C. Mehrotra and S. Thank you very much.